Yo, welcome guys. So today we are going to um, um, do a little practice with the basic structure of HTML that we have learned and also our HTML elements that we have learned also. Okay, so now we are going to create a new pen. Okay, so today we are going to be creating a personal introduction web page. A personal introduction web page. So I'm just going to come here and rename. Okay, uh, let's go to settings, personal intro web page. All right, so we are going to save. Yes, so we are going to be introducing ourselves. Okay, I'm going to introduce myself. You are going to introduce yourself. Okay, so don't forget, we are going to be making use of our um, basic, okay, because of the view, we are dealing with HTML for now. So we are going to be working with HTML for now. Okay. So we are going to be um, coding a personal introduction web page. Okay. Remember, this is a comment, right? So it's not going to show in our browser. All right. Can you see? It's not showing. It's commented out. All right. So our basic HTML structure, your exclamation mark. Then we are going to define the document type. Okay, then we are defining the document type as HTML. All right, then you are going to open um, your HTML tab. So this houses all our HTML codes. Okay, you see that? Yes. So for readability, I just want things no problem. Okay. So remember our HTML tag has two sections. Okay, we have the head tag, which is going to be an opening and closing tag also. Is we also have the body tag. The body tag. Yes. So our head tag is going to take our metadata and also is also going to take our title. So for now, we are just dealing with title, okay? So title, and what we are going to write there is my introduction page. Introduction page, okay? Title. Yes. So now want to write our code. He's excited. We want to create an introduction page. Okay. So now we are going to start with your name, then a little description about you. Okay. Then your hobbies. We are going to list your hobbies. Okay. Then we are also going to um, have a section whereby you put your favorite image. All right. Then um, we'll go ahead with other things. Okay. So we are going to start with my name first. So H1, we are going to be writing my name. Okay. My name is Anthony Oladeji. Can you see we have it shown on our browser already? Okay. So we can also change the view. Okay, but then let's just go ahead. Then we are going to have a paragraph element that describes who you are. So for me, I'm just going to copy and paste and put whatever you like here. Okay. This is just a practice project. Okay. So inside this paragraph, Okay. Can you see? Nice. So we have Anthony Oladeji. Hello, my name is Anthony. I am passionate about technology. That's who I am actually. I am currently learning how to build websites. My dream is to become a professional web developer, and use my skills to solve real world problems. Okay. Yes. So now we are going to go to the next section, all right, which is going to be your hobbies. So we have each one again. Okay, we can use H1. Let's use H1. Okay, let's use H2. Okay. My hobbies. Remember the uh, H element, that is the header elements. We have header elements. Let me just write that so that just for explanation. Header elements rather. So we have H1, H2, H2, H3 down to H6. Okay. So can you see all other parts of our codes are affected? So we have not closed this comment. So don't forget, when we are dealing with HTML elements, most of the elements we will be dealing with, they have opening tag and closing tag. Likewise, our comments. Can you see? All right. So that's just an explanation. So here we use H1. Here we are using H2. Okay. Now, can you see this H1 Antonio Ladiji is bigger than my hobbies? So that's how it works. If we write H3, H4, the size will be reducing as we descend. Okay. So let's go back here. This is just a brief explanation for you. All right. So now we want to have a list of my hobbies. Remember, we talk about lists, HTML, right? So this is unordered list. Unordered list means list without proper number or alphanumeric or alphabetic um, numbering. Okay, list without numbering or alphabet or alphanumeric um, attached to it. So you will get to understand better. It also has a closing and a opening and closing tag. Okay. So now each list you want to have a list now. My own list, my hobbies are designing graphics on my smartphone. Another hobby is reading pet blogs. Another hobby is playing mobile games. Okay. So this list, we are going to be listing them in our on other list tag. And when we do that is each of these hobbies, we're putting them in a list tag. Don't forget on ordered list, then it has list element embedded within it. Okay. So we have my first will be designing graphics on my smartphone. Then you close it, list. So now let's look at our browser. Let's see how it looks like. Can you see? So to use this dot instead of your numbers, your alphabet, the way you number on your normal um, Word document. Okay. So we are going to populate this list. Okay. The next one will be reading tech blogs. Oh yeah, let's see it. Can you see? So remember, this is a personal introduction page, right? So you can have as many lists as you have, as you want. Okay. Then we can also have playing mobile games. playing mobile games. So can you see? So my hobbies, designing graphics on my smartphone, reading tech blogs, playing mobile games. Now you can increase it as many as you want. So I'm going to show you also how to add ordered list also. Ordered list. Okay, so it has an name and closing tag also. So we have our list inside the ordered list element. We can say okay. So now this ordered list it is ordered, so we will have numeric lists. So can you see single? So any list you see on any web page that has a numeric or alphabetic listing, then it is actually an ordered list. Okay, so we can populate this. I love to also. Can you see? So you can populate it as much as you can even copy it and paste. So just ensure your code is readable, okay? So now this is already enough as an intro page. You like it? Yes. Okay, so let's move to the next thing now. Now we want to add my favorite image section. Okay, so down here we are just going to have space H3, my favorite, my favorite image. Okay, let's use H2 rather. So let's use H2 consistency sake. My favorite image. Yes, my favorite image. Okay. So now we are going to be using the image tag. Yes. So this image tag is a self-closing tag. It does not have opening and closing. It is a self-closing tag. Once you open it, then you don't close it immediately. You leave a space before closing it. Okay. So it has actually we have the source attribute, all this we have been taught, and then we have the alternative attributes. So we can say Anthony. Okay. So what we are going to do now, I'm just going to show you how to go about this. You can just put any image or your image, but your image has to be in form of a URL for now. Okay. So I can search here and John Doe. Okay. So we are looking for John Doe's image, one of John Doe's image. Okay, let's use this. So once you right click, copy image address, okay? Copy image address, then you go back to your code editor, then paste that URL you copy, that image address. Oh, this is so much. Okay, let's look for another one that is not so much. Hey, John Doe's URL are actually much. Okay, we can use it. Let's see. All right. So now let's see what we have here. Okay, so because the image is so much, it is actually not displaying. Okay, let me just cut it. Oh, let me look for another image. For now, let's just manage this. Like we don't get the right image. Okay, but let's manage it. So I'm showing you all this so that you can see how things work. Okay. Can you see this works? So this is an AirPod image. Okay. So if you have your image URL and put any image or get any image, I'm going to drop a link. This is from Jumia site. Okay. So my favorite image. Can you see? AirPod image. So this literally looks like your website, what you have on websites. All right. So let's go back to our tech cover. All these images you are seeing, this is how they actually put it on their web page. Okay. But then it was tied with CSS. Okay. So let's move on to the next session. The next session is going to be visit my favorite website. So visit my favorite website. So now we are going to be making use of our anchor tag. Our anchor tag. Okay. So this anchor tag also has opening, closing. Okay. That's opening and closing tag. Now, what anchor tag does is it serves as the link from your page that you are building to another page. Okay. And it has an attribute, just as our image element has source attribute. Anchor tag also have an attribute, it is called href. All right. So now we want to link this to YouTube. Okay. So now we are going to write inside this, check out my YouTube. Okay. So now we are going to, just as we did for this source attribute of image element, we're also going to do for href. So let's look for a YouTube video. Okay, we can just copy this particular YouTube URL, your YouTube URL. Just copy it and then come back here. So now we are going to add another attribute, which is going to be the target attribute. I'm going to explain how this works. So you have your underscore. So what this target blank does is that once you click this link, this check out my YouTube, it is going to take you to another page on its own. Okay. So let's come here. Can you see? So it is already highlighted. Once I click it, it's going to open another browser tab. This target element opens another browser tab. Okay. So can you see? So it's opening up our YouTube website. Do you get it? Yes. Yes. So can you see this? So now if we don't want it to open because we are not using standard code editor presently, so just follow this link. And then now we have our introduction page. And that's your header. Then you have my hobbies, my favorite image, then visit my favorite website. If you're excited,